Back again at the main church, and I'm inside that little outbuilding that I looked at when I first got here. And it seems to be some kind of general, possibly war memorial, I'm not sure. And I'm seeing a lot of writing here, but it's got a pretty cool statue, beautiful statue here. Again, another romantic morning statue. And a mosaic all along the roof line here. You see a sign, 1.2 kilometers to the Commonwealth War Graves. But there are a lot of significant crypts over here. So we're going to take a look through this section now. Bodefield, family crypts. Heinecker there in the woods. This one's got some Egyptian motifs on the columns. Harteneck. Go down this little side trail. A lot of pine cones here. Little tough pine cones hurting my feet. Gotta check this thing out. I'm not sure where the front of it is. Beautiful stone. They don't make it easy. Must be an entrance on the other side. Probably at a path. It's a big one. Yeah. Looks like the path's a little more over here. My goodness. It's a fortress. Is there a way into this thing even, I wonder? What exactly is going on here? I'll be darned. Okay, you gotta earn your way into this one. It's got a enclosed landscaping that you have to walk through. Who is this? Werner. Werner von Siemens. Okay, this is one that I was looking for. So this is the Industrialist family. And we can see here some azaleas and some recent family deaths. Peter C. von Siemens, 37 to 21. Here's son, Werner F. von Siemens, died in 37. Wilhelm von Siemens, 1919. And then the main von Siemens, so I guess the von Siemens that I've seen with the angel, which I currently use as kind of my banner image, is a relative. This is 1816 to 1892, so this must be the patriarch. Werner von Siemens. Matilda Siemens, maiden name Drummond to the right. And Antoine von Siemens, 1840 to 1900. So I'm not sure, maybe two wives or sisters. Hard to say. I'm guessing this one on the left might be a sister. Died in Charlottenburg in 1900. This one also in Charlottenburg, but it has a maiden name, so. So there's Werner von Siemens. He's got quite the elaborate setup here. More recent ones, dying in 1970s. Carl Georg Siemens, professor, died in 1885. So the whole von Siemens family crypt. Quite an elaborate entrance here. I really had to work to get into that one. So seems that some of the more prestigious and expensive graves are right here next to the church, so you don't have to go traipsing through the woods like me, though I enjoyed it. It is it's a different experience. This is interesting here on the right. I really like this entrance. Some stones just sort of tucked away here. Let's see who this is. Got some nice plants. August Raps, R-A-P-S. That green's really coming through that moss. 1920. Nice Art Deco stone. Somebody else behind him. Wonder how we get to that one. It's gonna be a challenge over here. Again, keeping up with this woodsy theme. Maybe this way. Specht has this sort of bright one, and I guess I'm gonna have to traipse through here. Love these little stone walkway entrances. I think this one might be meant to be entered from the other side, but I can get in from here. Yeah, this one's got a path. Von Ponwitz, very interesting motif up top here. Looks like the Ark of the Covenant, but obviously, meant to convey some heraldry, some connection to royalty for the family von Ponwitz. I mean, the thing of it is, with the German royalty, they're all over the place. Before 1872, every little territory had some kind of dukedom and maybe they had palaces, maybe they didn't. Horcher, I'm getting washed out by the sun over here. So there's sort of no end to all of the nobility that one can encounter from the 19th century. Bit of a maze back here as well. Poppelberg. Milan d'Or, 1917. Looks like an actor. Quite the marble relief there. Beautiful. Also a professor. Back side of von Siemens now. These are really buried in here. Rybeck. Otto Hendrick, Emil Otto Hendrick. Quite overgrown. I like this one to my left if I can get in. Can't read it really. But cool sculpture. Christ on the cross. I really like this in front of me here. This is just sort of buried, but I'm going to try to get a closer look. Rademacher, Robert Rademacher. Etmer. This is quite a memorial. Ursula Grosnick, 2014. And Friedrich Grosnick, 1982. Those are interesting. Those are descendants of the original Clara Capelli, 1860 to 1927. Nice flowers. Gravelly. Got the church in the background, so very close to the main building. Family Goetz, Professor Dr. Georg Will. Crystallography, 2015. This is beautiful here behind me. That must have been the 1 o'clock bell. Louis Meyer. Von Goots. Looks recent. This is a strange one. Not sure what's going on with this kind of old double crown looking thing as they trip over roots. There are some graves in the middle here. Let's see. Wallinger, maybe? Wissinger? Werlinger? So I finally found F.W. Murnau, 1888 to 1931. He, of course, has the Grave of Honor stone from the city in front here on the ground. There we go. And, yeah, a pretty short life. Silent film director. He actually died in America, I believe, out in LA, in a car accident, which seems to happen to some people who otherwise have survived a lot, like General Patton. I know that was a theme in that movie where, you know, he went through all of this world wars only to die in a car accident. Same thing with Lawrence of Arabia. 1888 to 1931. And I know that his funeral was attended by Greta Garbo and G.W. Pabst and other German figures of the day. Someone named Cattleberg in here. I don't really know them, but kind of a cool setting. I like it. Looks like a little village home, little cabin, little stone cabin. Very cool. Some beautiful elements here with the mossy ground. It's idyllic. Let's see who else we can find down here. Rich Maria Dor, 1859 to 1919. Nice workers, maybe a miner, some kind of construction worker. Professor Dr. Michael Ursulman. Oh, we got a big crypt over here. I gotta go check that out. somewhere in this section is Engelbert Humperdinck. I don't know if I'm going to find him, but there's some other cool stuff here. Oh, once again, I can't find the front door to these things. Who do we have here? My goodness. Well, circumvent the whole thing. Did the 360 on this one. Donna Nobis Pacem, okay. Friedrich Albert Hildegard Albert, died in the 90s. Eberhard Albert, not Albert. Petra Albert. Beautiful. I'm gonna climb the little fence here and get inside this thing. Just look at some of these details. Mosaic. Bit of an echo in here. Beautiful Art Nouveau mosaics here. Golden Dome. Little stained glass. I could have just opened the gate. Okay, let's try that again. Bibliothekarin J.N. Gott. All kinds of little clustered sections here. Kind of a brick fountain here. Thought that was a memorial, but just a fountain. Questing for Engelbert Humperdinck, the composer. Why that more modern, although he's on at the end himself there, the current Engelbert Humperdinck, why he took that name, I'll never know. You name yourself after a 19th century composer. Early 20th century maybe. If we find him, we'll find his death dates. Interesting section. Beautiful. I love these mossy trails. This is great. Herbert Loesch. (1928). Here we have some collective mass graves, essentially, but not so mass that they're unlabeled. What do we got here? Just recent stuff from the last 20 years. Not finding Engelbert, though. He might be behind F.W. Murnau. I thought he was across the path, but maybe I read the map wrong. Leopold Seek, 1840 to 1905. Beautiful Vienna Secession looking script on there. Almost Scottish looking too, like I forget what they're called. Mackintosh, Charles and Renee Mackintosh. The Glasgow School. Was it the Scottish school? The Glasgow School. Ugh. Okay. This is actually the back of Murnau's grave. It's got a descending staircase to the crypt. Talk about Nosferatu.